Hey guys, how's it going? If you're looking for new beat-em-up style games to play, then you're in the right video. Today I bring you 12 new ones that could dominate the genre. Without wasting any time, we start the list with Spine, a single-player action-adventure game that promises to immerse players in a cyberpunk world, combining intense close-quarters shootouts with an aesthetic inspired by gun-few films like John Wick. Developed and published by Neki, known for titles like the Shadow Fight series, the game stands out for its fluid and realistic animations, created with the proprietary Cascadeur technology, and for a combat camera that aims to provide an immersive cinematic experience, making every movement and shot feel like part of an action blockbuster. The plot of Spine follows Redline, a rebellious street artist who, after being equipped with a combat implant called Spine, acquires gun-few abilities. Together, they embark on a dangerous journey to challenge the regime of an autocratic artificial intelligence known as Tensor and rescue Redline's brother. Stranger Than Heaven is the new and mysterious game from the acclaimed Ryuga Gotoku studio, known for its Yakuza and Like a Dragon series. Originally revealed at the Game Awards 2024 under the codename Project Century, the official title was announced at Summer Game Fest 2025, along with a new trailer that delves deeper into the game's universe. The game promises an intense action experience with brutal combat and an engaging narrative, which seems to unfold in multiple time periods, raising many questions about its story and protagonist. The gameplay of Stranger Than Heaven seems to maintain the action essence of Ryuga Gotoku Studio, but with notable refinements. The combats are more dynamic and bloody, with new mechanics that allow, for example, mounting enemies on the ground to deliver more potent blows. In addition to combat, the game also seems to incorporate elements of detective work and even simulation, with hunger and thirst meters, and decisions that can impact progression, such as choosing whether or not to show mercy to enemies. The neo-noir atmosphere, combining traditional Japanese elements with what appears to be a mix of Western aesthetics, creates a unique and intriguing visual identity. The gameplay seems to maintain the action essence of Ryuga Gotoku Studio, but with notable refinements. The combats are more dynamic and bloody, with new mechanics that allow, for example, mounting enemies on the ground to deliver more potent blows. In addition to combat, the game also seems to incorporate elements of detective work and even simulation, with hunger and thirst meters, and decisions that can impact progression, such as choosing whether or not to show mercy to enemies. The neo-noir atmosphere, combining traditional Japanese elements with what appears to be a mix of Western aesthetics, creates a unique and intriguing visual identity.
Tell me what you wanna do. Give me everything you got. I just wanna try to get you in the mood. I just wanna hit your spot. I wanna get low. Wanna get low. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet and you make me crazy. Ooh.
Acts of Blood is a third-person beat-em-up action game developed by Team, which promises fast and brutal hand-to-hand combat. The game is set in a dystopian version of the city of Bandung, Indonesia, and is clearly inspired by acclaimed titles like Sleeping Dogs and Yakuza. The dark setting and the protagonist's focus on revenge create an intense and immersive atmosphere. The plot revolves around Hendra, a law student whose life is shattered when his family is brutally murdered by his father's business rivals. Frustrated with the ineffectiveness and corruption of the legal system in delivering justice, Hendra decides to forge his own path of revenge. In terms of gameplay, Acts of Blood emphasizes dynamic and visceral combat. Players will control Hendra and participate in intense fights using a combination of melee attacks, blocks, counterattacks, and brutal finishers. In addition to unarmed combat, the game offers a diverse arsenal of melee and ranged weapons, such as batons, knives, pistols, and rifles, allowing for different tactical approaches.
There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a highly anticipated beat-em-up game scheduled for release in 2025, developed by Tribute Games Inc. and published by Dotemu and Gamera Games. It promises to be a love letter to the Marvel Universe, focusing on one of its most iconic eras, Annihilation, a cosmic event from 2006. In the game, players will face the deadly Annihilation Wave, led by Annihilus, in a battle that spans the entire galaxy, from New York to the depths of the Negative Zone. The game stands out for its colorful pixel art, reminiscent of classic arcade games from the 90s, but with modern animations and details. The gameplay is dynamic and frenetic, allowing for elaborate combos. One of the central mechanics is the Cosmic Swap system, where each player can choose two heroes and switch between them instantly during battle. This allows for the creation of unique combos and powerful special attacks, encouraging a more tactical and creative approach. Marvel Cosmic Invasion will feature a cast of 15 playable heroes, including both familiar faces and characters more focused on the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe. Each character has distinct abilities and combat styles, which promises great variety and replayability. For example, while Captain America can throw his shield to hit multiple targets, Storm dominates the aerial field with her lightning bolts. Rah Rah Boom is a cooperative action game for up to 4 players, developed by Guiley Games, which promises to bring a new look to the classic beat-em-up genre. The title combines elements of street brawling with shoot-em-up mechanics, creating a chaotic and adrenaline-filled experience. The game's premise is a post-apocalyptic future, where Earth has been invaded by a rogue artificial intelligence and its hordes of robots. And humanity's only hope lies in a squad of space ninja cheerleaders. The game's narrative, although with touches of humor, also addresses emotional themes of coming of age and overcoming challenges. You control one of the 4 space cheerleaders, each with their own distinct personalities and an engaging story arc. In terms of gameplay, the game offers a unique mix of melee combat and ranged attacks. Players can instantly switch between close-range strikes and shots, chaining combos and special moves to maximize impact. A notable feature is the lane-based combat system, which requires strategy and positioning to dodge enemy attacks and aim accurately. Each of the 4 characters has a unique playstyle and branching skill trees, allowing you to customize them to suit your preference.
Break free of history, this train is racing straight ahead. No man can do like I can, I'm the queen of the land. Haters gonna hate, won't be sorry now.
Wendigo Blue is a 2D action beat-em-up game with a roguelite twist, developed and published by Endless Fluff. Released in early access on Steam on January 27, 2025, the game is set in the universe of Valdi's story Abyssal City and puts players in the role of members of the Vanguard, a group tasked with defending their homeland, Erebus, from an invasion of gods. Under the protection of Rena, the goddess of death, you will face hordes of enemies and discover dark secrets behind these invasions. The game promises an intense experience with RPG elements, deep customization, and challenging battles. The gameplay of Wendigo Blue stands out for its side-scrolling combat with a focus on hand-to-hand fights against a large number of opponents. It incorporates RPG mechanics with a robust customization system, offering over 80 unique items and skills to adapt your character to each playthrough. In addition, the game allows up to 4 players in local co-op, adding a layer of strategy and fun when facing the invading gods and intense bosses. Absolum is a promising game in the beat-em-up genre with roguelite and RPG elements, developed by a heavyweight team that includes Guard Crush Games and Dotemu, known for Streets of Rage 4, with art and animation by the French studio Supermonks. The game seeks to innovate on the classic beat-em-up formula by incorporating a rich narrative, RPG progression, and highly replayable gameplay. The plot of Absolum unfolds in Talumph, a world on the brink of collapse due to a catastrophic magical event. The tyrannical Sun King Azra takes advantage of the situation to monopolize all the magic in the kingdom, launching a brutal war and eliminating any mage who refuses to serve him. The hope of Talam lies in a group of rebels, led by a mysterious mentor known as Uchewi and the powerful Root Sisters. Together, they wield an ancient and forbidden magic to oppose Azra's rule, seeking not only to overthrow his regime, but also to unravel the secret behind his growing power. Absolum offers an arcade combat experience with a fluid melee combat system and the addition of spells, counterattacks, and upgradable abilities.
so poor and useless.
Scott Pilgrim X is a new action-adventure beat-em-up game, announced during Summer Game Fest 2025, with a planned release in early 2026. Developed by Tribute Games, a studio formed by former Ubisoft employees who worked on the classic Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. The title is a spiritual continuation of the original 2010 game, but features an all-new story co-written by Brian Lee O'Malley, creator of the Scott Pilgrim comic book series. The game maintains the retro pixel art aesthetic, with vibrant animations led by renowned artist Paul Robertson, who returns after collaborating on the original game. The soundtrack is composed by the band Anamanaguchi, known for their blend of chiptune and melodic rock, bringing unreleased tracks that reinforce the energy of the Scott Pilgrim universe. Players can customize characters with badges that improve attributes and unlock bonuses, as well as explore an interconnected map of Toronto with open areas, side quests, and hidden secrets, offering a more modern approach to classic brawlers. Dead as Disco is a rhythm-based action game that promises to immerse players in a vibrant neon experience, mixing martial arts and music videos. The game puts you in the role of Charlie Disco, a former musical icon who returns from the world of the dead for a night of revenge and redemption. With a striking visual style, reminiscent of cyberpunk and 80s neon, the game's main proposal is to synchronize every punch, kick, and combo with the beat of the music, creating unique gameplay. The gameplay is based on what the developers call beat kune do, an approach that transforms traditional beat-em-up mechanics by synchronizing all actions with the music. This means that your attacks will be stronger when hit on the rhythm. Dodge windows will expand with the beat. Combos will flow naturally with the musical phrases, and special moves will be unlocked at key moments in the soundtrack. In addition to an original and licensed soundtrack, the game offers the possibility to import your own music, allowing you to fight to the sound of your favorite tracks, with the combat automatically adjusting to the rhythm. Starfire Eternal Cycle is a roguelite action game designed to offer fast and satisfying gameplay, without steep learning curves or overly complex systems. The main focus is fast and intense action. The player will have to constantly test their reflexes. The boss fights are described as large, intense, and unpredictable, representing a true test of the player's skills and character build. The roguelite progression ensures that each match is unique, offering high replayability. The game is inspired by classic arcade side-scrollers, but with modern elements and the addictive feeling of just one more game. If you like action games with roguelite mechanics and beat-em-up elements, Starfire can be a great addition to your library. Little Fighter 2 Remastered is the updated version of the classic beat-em-up fighting game, originally released in 1999. The game promises to bring back the nostalgia of the original with completely redesigned graphics and significant enhancements. The release date is scheduled for July 18, 2025 on Steam, and fans can already add it to their wishlist. This remaster aims to provide an unprecedented combat experience, maintaining the charm that made Little Fighter 2 so popular. Visual improvements include high-resolution graphics and more detailed and extravagant character animations for each movement. In addition, the game will have support for local connections of up to 8 computers, which is excellent news for those looking for the classic multiplayer experience with friends. Little Fighter 2 Remastered seeks to reconnect longtime fans with one of the most beloved fighting games of all time, while offering a modern experience for new players. Double Dragon Revive is a beat-em-up fighting game, scheduled for the end of 2025, which promises to revive the classic Double Dragon franchise for a new generation of players. Developed by Arc System Works, known for titles like Dragon Ball FighterZ, the game seeks to modernize the experience without losing the essence that made the series legendary. The game will maintain the classic beat-em-up gameplay with horizontal progression on the screen, where players face enemies in intense combat. Arc System Works promises refined controls and balance for the modern era, making it easier for new players to immerse themselves. However, combat will require more than just button mashing, demanding strategy and adaptation. Despite the hype generated by the announcement, Double Dragon Revive has faced criticism from developers of the original 1987 game. The criticisms focus on the lack of respect for the legacy of the original game, and the perception that the development team does not understand the essence of the game. Double Dragon Revive arrives with the promise of modernizing a classic, but the controversy surrounding the game raises questions about its fidelity to the original franchise. Only after the release will it be possible to assess whether the game manages to please both veteran fans and new players. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, stay with God, and see you next time.
You guys were worried about me? Sorry about that. But I'm an heir to Setsuken, just like my dad. There's no way I'd let these chumps take me down. I think I'll join you. The more the merrier, right? Here I come!
Stand in my way and you'll regret it. I will end this. No one shall misuse it under my watch. Fast as the wind. Strong as lightning. Face lightning's judgment!